Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror.
Grab your slingshots and your string lights.
It's time to get justice for Bob.
Hello, everyone. We are going to cut this little clip and insert it at the beginning because Ashley immediately gave a spoiler for season 5.
Me too.
Ashley and Sarah forget how to do spoiler alerts, despite Ashley only talking about spoiler alerts for the entire first season of Haunted Homebodies. She also now apparently talks in the third person, which is disturbing. Okay, on to the episode. Okay. Oh my god. Like, coming right into it. And then I put, and Barb, and Eddie, and Alexi.
Whoa.
Like, we were talking about in the last episode how, you know, we feel weird, but like nobody died, and it was kind of like, I don't know, is that okay with us? And then I think about all these people who died, and I'm like, bring them back. How dare you?
So they've never killed a multi-season character besides Brenner, who is a villain.
Fine. Yeah, did not.
Otherwise, they just bring someone in, they kill them that season. Devastating. Yeah. All those people, devastating. I mean, God, I love all of them.
At least they didn't do it for Delightful Derek, because we would have rioted.
No, that would have been
rioted.
Like as bad as if they had killed Steve.
You know how I said I felt nothing when 11 died? Like if they had killed Derek, I would have like thrown up crying.
Never would have watched anything again.
The Stranger Things is canceled. The podcast is off. No way.
Okay, I like that we have now started this in a way where we also have to immediately give a spoiler alert in the description for season 5.
Shoot.
Even though that's not what we're supposed to be talking about today.
Good.
Well, grief. I love that this is how we've begun, because we're still in season 5 land in our heads, I think.
Yes.
But just to give a idea of what we're talking about today and why we're doing it in this order. If you haven't listened to our last episode, we knew we wanted to talk about season 5 first, because we never would have been able to talk about this without season 5, which we just proved. We just proved we are incapable.
We cannot separate things in our brain. It is impossible, which, whatever. We're not professionals, okay? We're trying our best. We're just normal human people with day jobs. Just sitting here yakking about things we like, which is Stranger Things, basically.
Pay us for the podcast, and we'll quit our day jobs and we'll do better.
Yes. If all of you bought us one coffee, then we could at least pay for our recording subscription. Not our nothing else. That's it. Anyway, Love you all. Thanks for being here. I'm really excited to do this episode because I feel like I was a little bit of a Debbie Downer in our welcome back episode about season 5, because I just didn't love it. It just didn't hit the right notes for me. But I am like so excited to celebrate the show today because
so good.
I love Stranger Things so much. I hope anyone who was like put off by my negativity in the last episode is like here and ready to just like revel in it, because we are going to revel. There's so much to love about this show. It's such an incredible achievement. A lot of people I've heard being like, season 5 ruined it, blah, blah, blah. It did not ruin it for me at all.
Oh my god, like I just need
That's
people
ridiculous.
like that to like take a moment and go touch grass.
Like, so much grass. Just like roll around in it until like, you kind of start to itch, and then like take a bath and like just get over yourself.
Like just don't watch it again if you don't want to.
It did not ruin it. It was not the ending that I wanted, but I still love the show so much.
Yes.
So, yay for Stranger Things. We're so excited. Before we get into it, I have to tell you. Oh my god. Last week, Sarah, I was harbinged at Dunkin' Donuts. What?
Okay, this is a very New England story. First of all, loving it.
It's so ridiculous. So, we're recording this a few weeks early, not that many weeks early, but a few weeks early. And so, meaning it's winter. It is January. It is cold. So obviously I'm buying an iced coffee at the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts
What
because
else do you buy at Dunkin' Donuts? Unless you're my father, you do not buy hot coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. It's
he buys
gross.
hot coffee at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, he drinks a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. It's a choice. Hi, Frank.
I drink a lot of iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, so, like,
Yeah, that's how you should drink Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah, it's okay. Frankie, you do you. We love you. You're great. You're killing it out there. Nothing but good things to say about Frank on this podcast.
Yes, agreed.
But anyway, I'm a, I guess, maladjusted New Englander who drinks iced coffee year round from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
On my lunch break at work at the drive-thru. I'm in a town in Western Mass that does not have a great reputation. Okay, it's like notorious for not being the safest town. But I work there. I'm there a lot. I take precautions, but I'm not like it's a lot of places too. It's like it's not that bad. Like, just like be careful, pay attention.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. But I'm in this town. I'm at the drive-thru. I hadn't been to this Dunkin' Donuts. I hit up a lot of the Dunkin' Donuts. Like I'm part of the rewards program. Like,
yeah.
I'm a repeat offender at many of them. This one, I don't remember why, but it was just like a random place, and I Google Mapped it, and there I was. So I'm getting my iced coffee. This very sweet woman hands it to me. She kind of like darts her eyes towards the street, looks back at me, and is like, "Stay safe out there, sweetie."
Whoa.
Ma'am, like, what? Like, who says that? Like, you hand the coffee, you say, like, "Have a nice day," or like, "Here you go," or like, "Get lost." Get out of my drive-thru line. Like, "Stay safe out there, sweetie." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Like, that's nice. Like, that's a nice thing." Like, it wasn't like storming. There wasn't like a active crime scene. Like, I don't know.
This is creepy AF.
It was weird. Okay. So I'm like, whatever. Maybe I should like leave town and like go home and lock the doors. But like in my mind, I had a plan. I was like, I'm gonna park, I'm gonna do my documentation. Like after I finish my lunch break, I'm just gonna like hunker into some work, right? Because like I have to do a lot of work in my car. So just like I just find a place to park that has like decent cell service. I get to it. So I park in the little parking lot nearby. Put my car in park, and I'm like, this is fine. This is fine. Whenever I'm in park, I make sure the doors are locked, okay? I'm not a total psycho.
Right.
All of a sudden, this like disembodied voice just comes over some sort of loudspeaker and it's like, "This parking lot is being recorded for your safety."
Oh no, I hate those.
I never heard this. I've seen the like fake flashing blue lights. I had never heard a little just like creepy man voice saying that to me. And I was like, that's it. I'm out of here. Harbinge me once. Shame on you. Or harbinge me twice. Shame on, I don't know. I was out of there. That was enough harbinging for me. I had to go. I had to go.
So two reactions to this. First is I just must tell you that Evan has been using various conjugations of harbinge as a verb like on a regular basis recently, and I'm just like so proud and pleased by this. And I felt like you need to know.
You picked the right husband.
Two, yes. Two, my brain is doing like cartwheels trying to understand this as a harbinging story, because every harbinging story I am used to from every movie in which harbinging happens is that you ignore the harbinging. But you listen to the harbinging.
Yes. Thank you for like literally setting me up. You threw the softball and I'm just about to whack it out of the park. This is exactly what I wanted you to say. This is the nuance of harbinging that nobody appreciates. If you stay harbinged, nothing happens.
Right.
No
Pay attention.
Evil will come to you. I wish that were true. But I was harbinged. And so like what happened? Nothing. I left. It's the most boring story actually in reality, because I did not end up like chopped up into bits in a
Thank
pit.
goodness.
Thank goodness for
You've seen the
that.
movies and you have learned. You've
Yes. Well,
learned.
not well enough because it took 2 harbingers to get me out of there. I was like, "All right.
Something in the
All
universe was
right, all
really
right."
looking out for you that day.
Yes, like,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Mhm,
you to
mhm.
all of the harbinger angels because I know there's a lot of
Yes.
harbingers that get a bad rap, and they're, like, maybe kind of yucky in the movies and maybe kinda
Yeah,
evil themselves. I don't know.
yeah.
These were 2, like, harbinger angels. Well, maybe not the police pre-recording, that was just creepy. But the
I don't
nice
know,
lady
I
at
think
Dunkin'
there's still
Donuts, she
something
was
looking out
lovely.
for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, stay harbinged and just live a boring life like me. Get home safely, and it's great.
Homebodies for a reason. Home
Yes, yes.
homebody. I have the print above my head. I realize those of you listening via audio will have no idea what I'm talking
I also, like,
about.
can't see it and was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, it's what I have behind my head, is a wonderful print made by Ashley's sister, Courtney Drake of Lunch City Studio. It's one of her color palette prints, and it is all of the things that make being a homebody so very cozy.
Oh, yes, yes, go buy her art, it's
I have
amazing.
so much of it in my house, highly recommend.
Oh,
Stranger Things.
yeah.
Oh, wait, okay, before we totally move on to Stranger Things, here's my segue.
Yes.
Courtney, if and when you are listening to this, can we please get a Hawkins, Indiana color palette print?
Oh, what? Yes, that is such a good idea. No pressure, Courtney, do it, do it, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, I'll buy it, everyone will buy it.
I'll buy it for
I
everybody I
need
know.
it.
Yeah.
I need it.
Mm.
Also, if anyone also so this is our second buy me a coffee plug of the day, or was that the last episode
That
where we
was the
try to get
last
people to
episode.
buy me
Nope,
a
that was this episode. That was this episode because we were
okay.
struggling and we told them we'd do better.
So once again, if you buy I'm just gonna do it anyway. If you buy us a coffee, then we can commission my sister, who would do it out of the goodness of her heart, but I would love to pay her for her work, to make a haunted homebodies palette. I really want to do that
Oh, so
someday.
just like a version of this, but haunted.
Yes, that would be a great, like, if we can ever get our crap together and start like a Patreon, that'd be such a good, like, top tier rewards to have the haunted homebodies print color palette. Yes. Anyway, Stranger Things.
Doing it.
Let's do it. We love it. Okay.
Oh.
So we need to time travel back to 2016 because that is when this journey began. So, Sarah, I'm going to take you on a journey because did Ashley know where she was living in 2016? Yes, only because of Stranger Things. I lived in several places in 2016, I think, just like for a little bit of context for anyone who's new or hasn't put down like the pieces of my crazy life puzzle. I moved about 20 times in 10 years
Mhm.
between 2015 and today. Also, while we were on break, I moved again. So, like, hello, this is a new creepy porch that I'm on. Also, just like not doing shades in the off chance that like maybe we can get some sort of creepy sighting and someone can comment and be like, there's
Oh
someone behind you.
my god.
Or I can just
The
traumatize
dream.
Sarah. I know, I know. Here's hoping. Anywho, we're in 2016. I just graduated PT school. I was living in San Francisco, California. This is how much of a journey we have been on since the beginning of Stranger Things, okay? My
Mhm.
ex-boyfriend, who we talk about officially too much on this podcast.
It is
Weird.
weird how often he
Yeah.
comes
I
up.
mean, he like we dated for a while, okay? He
Yeah,
was like a
yeah,
big part of my life.
yeah.
We also
I
refer to
don't
him
I
as
don't mean that you talk about him too much.
No, I
It's weird
know.
how often relevant things
I
about him come
know.
up.
I know. Believe me, I'm disturbed. If Chris ever listens to the podcast, he'll be like, "Should we talk about this?" I'm just kidding. Because every
He
time I'm just
won't,
like,
so we're
"Ew."
safe. It's fine.
Oh god, I can't wait for him to actually listen to this one episode. It'd be
It'll
really
be like
funny.
7 years from now, though.
Totally. And he'll be like, "Are you not over your ex?"
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I am. This is not I'm not about to say anything good about
We
him.
don't like
This
him.
is the one thing, this is the one good thing he left me with, okay?
Okay.
He was like, "Hey, I hear there's this show and like people are saying it's really good on Netflix. It's called Stranger Things." And I was like, "What's it about?" And so he was like, "Oh, something with sci-fi and aliens." And I was like, "Nope. Nope. No, not for me. I don't do like, I actually love sci-fi. It's just the same thing when I used to say I don't like horror. Like, it's just a
Mm,
bold-faced lie. I used to say, like, I don't like sci-fi. What I don't really like, I don't love a lot of, like, outer space. Like, I'm not, like, really big into Star Wars. Like, I don't like flying through space, that kinda, like, we're out in the planets. I don't know, just, like, not my thing.
okay, yeah.
So I kind of thought it was like that, so I was like, "No, it's not for me." But then, like, people just, like, kept talking about it, and he's like, "We just have to watch the show." So I was like, "Okay." So we started watching the show, and I was like, "This is incredible.
Yeah.
What's going on?" I loved it, and, the rest is history, which we'll talk more about, but tell me your season 1 memories when you first watched it. Was it back in 2016? What was going on? Where in the world were you?
It sure was 2016. I was living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is also quite a few states ago for me living in. I have not moved nearly as many times as you, but way more than the average person.
Yeah.
So I was living in Baton Rouge. I don't remember everything about it, but I know I started watching it with my friend Zach. Hi, Zach. I know you listen
"Oh, hey, Zach."
sometimes. Hey, we get a lot of shout outs in this episode. It's
This is
fun.
fun.
Uh, and so I do remember starting to watch it with him. But then my biggest memory is that at some point, shortly after we started watching, I can't remember if we'd finish the first season or what the deal was, because they dropped it all at once because it was Netflix and they weren't playing with our emotions like with season 5 and the triple drop. But
Right.
my dad came to visit. Second shout out to
Oh.
Frank this episode. And I introduced him to it, and he still tells that story of how I introduced him to Stranger Things, and he stuck with it the whole
Oh,
time too, which is really cool. So maybe for the first time ever on the podcast, I have a memory of the first time I watched something.
okay, 1, that's amazing. 2, I feel like this is a really great moment to talk about kind of like our ethos. Am I using this word correctly? I'm not sure. But like our podcast ethos where we were trying to come up with like our theme and cozy and horror and like what does it mean and something that is like so meaningful that Stranger Things encapsulates. Am I okay now? I don't know. That it encapsulates so beautifully is, like, these different, like, moments in our lives, and, like, unfortunately,
Mhm.
my season 1 is still special memory for me, like, and help me, like, remember this time in San Francisco and, like, have a positive memory about it, and, like, I do have positive memories from that time. It's like the people that you watch these movies with, it's like it becomes this, like, sweet, cozy, nostalgic memory, and that is, like, so much of what we're celebrating with this podcast is these, like, movies that we watched, and, like, we had this, like, moment with people, and it, like, is
Yeah.
something to talk about and look back on and just it I don't know, just, like, watching movies with people you love is just so special to me.
It
I just love it.
is.
I love it, and now it's gonna be, like, so special because 'cause we're gonna have all these movies that we talked about together and, like, made fun of together. It's just so sweet, and I just love it. I love you,
I
and I
love
love
this
Stranger
too. I
Things.
love you. I was talking to Evan about something just like this recently of how when people come to visit me or when I go to visit people, it could feel like a waste of time to just sit and watch things sometimes, but I really love sharing that particular experience with people.
Yeah, I
I
do
really
too.
enjoy that.
I do, and even if it's, like, a bad movie, like, we love watching, like, bad movies together. It's, like, it's funny. It
Oh,
doesn't have to
yes,
be for the quality,
absolutely.
but it's also, like, when you have, like, a moment and there's a show like this, like, Stranger Things, let's be honest, is, like, a cultural moment. Like, this show just became a thing that
Yes.
everyone knows about, that everyone's talking about, that, like, almost everybody
I
has
love
seen.
being part of those moments. I
Yes.
like watching the popular things.
Me
Speaking of,
too.
I gotta watch Heated Rivalry at some point. I haven't yet, but
I
that's all
just started
anyone's
hearing
talking
about
about
that.
it.
I don't even it just came across my desk, like, an hour ago, and I was like,
Oh,
"What's
wow.
this?" I
Well,
know.
it's not for the pod, but it is what everyone's talking about. Someday, maybe
If
we'll
someone
watch.
if someone gets murdered, then let me know. If
I
there's a
don't think that's
slasher
the
season.
vibe.
No.
No,
If
maybe
it's
not. Maybe season 2.
romance, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. When they do a slasher season, call me.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, like, season 1, so I was in San Francisco. It was a messy time in my life. There were a lot of low points, but there are also a lot of high points, and, like, one of the high points, one of the most fun nights I had there was going to a Stranger Things themed party, not for Halloween, not for anything, literally just, like, we're all like, "We like Stranger Things, like, let's have a party." I didn't know these people, but it was, like, a costume party, we all dressed up, so I don't know, like, this isn't like my original concept, but I'd never seen it do it. And like we talked about, like in 2016, the internet was not what it is today. Like we're not all just like living on there constantly. But I
Yes.
decided to DIY a shirt. I put the alphabet on the shirt. I found some battery packed lights, wrapped them around my body, and dressed up as the wall. And let me tell you, I was the only person dressed up as a wall. And you know, when you're like, complimented, like, we're not people who love to be complimented, we're more like, "Ooh, stop," like,
Yeah, don't
"No,
talk to
no,
me, thank
no."
you. Yeah.
One guy saw me at the party and said that I was the best looking wall he'd ever seen.
I
Yes.
cannot imagine you've ever,
Ah,
before or since had a better compliment than that.
never. It was so, like,
That's so
backhanded and
good.
also genuine at the same time, you know? I was like, "This is the
Yeah.
perfect compliment because it's so weird and, like, the bar is so low," and, like, I really felt like you meant it in a good
Yeah.
way. It was so funny.
That's
But
so
that was such a
great.
fun party, yeah, and I just loved that where everyone was just like, "This is such a fun show that we just, like, wanna have a theme party." Also, the time in our life where we just, like, went to, like, theme parties on the weekend and just,
Yes.
like,
Do the
had a
kids
good
even do
time.
that anymore?
Probably not. I
Mm,
don't know, maybe. I feel
mm,
like they're all just so put together,
I know. It's
and we were just
boring.
weirding
So
out.
messy.
We were very messy is a great word,
Yeah.
but how
Yeah.
about the rest of the seasons? Do you have, like, any core memories from watching those?
Not necessarily, because you know me and my memory, it's not good. But I do know that very same year, I went to a Halloween party, an actual Halloween party. Uh, and they had the Stranger Things wall up at the Halloween party because this was like we said, it's so prevalent in culture at the
Yeah.
time. And I dressed as Joyce at that party.
Oh, I love
I
it.
included a picture for you in our shared
Oh,
document.
let me look.
Please
Oh my
enjoy.
gosh, you're a
I
baby.
know,
You
2016,
just
man.
show anyone who's ooh, that's really bad with my light, but
I mean, do you have any
anyone
pictures
on
of you on
YouTube.
the wall? Because those have to go on social media.
I'll have to see, like, nothing probably without the ex-boyfriend, but I'll have to try to find something. Let's
Also,
see.
just like LOL at the vibes of this picture because that was clearly a basement floor. This was clearly a party in a basement. I was still going to basement parties in 2016. That doesn't feel right, but
I know, I'm
anyway.
like, "Were we actually young enough to be doing this?" How old are we?
I was
26?
26. It
It
was in New
was, we
Orleans.
were
Yeah.
phasing yeah, we were phasing out of that, but yeah,
Yeah. It was
we
still
were
a basement party.
still very young adults at that
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Well, speaking of phasing out of that, so yeah, season 1 was, like, peak fun, like,
Amazing.
relatively carefree time in our lives. I mean, looking back, very carefree, right? I did not have the troubles that I now do, but my troubles were my
Mhm.
own back then. Anywho, I don't really remember, like, season 2 at all. I don't know where I was or, like, what was happening. Season 3, though, by then, I had settled in to my first home back in Western Mass. This is
Oh,
2 homes
yeah.
ago, but it was so cute, and this was, like, my
Yes.
home. It was just me and my dog, and we lived in this beautiful little home by the brook. I feel like I've said this, like,
It
probably
was
every other
so
episode.
cute.
And you've probably said that too every episode, 'cause it
It
was so,
was.
so cute. But, the reason I'm bringing it up today was because I had this really cute Stranger Things moment where I just have this memory of, like, when you just have, like, the perfect watch? Like, it was a Saturday or Sunday. I think it was a Saturday morning. Okay, so I wake up peacefully. I don't have anything to do that day. I don't really have any responsibilities, right? Because I'm just alone. I just it's me and my dog. She's low maintenance. She just wants to kick it with me. I walk down the street in my cute little town to the bakery up on the top of the hill. I buy myself a scone and an iced coffee, and I walk back and I settle in. I set my mood lighting. The sun is gently
Mm.
shining in, and I press that music and I capture like the perfect Instagram story of this moment, so I just get to live with it, like, eternally whenever I just wanna, like, relive this moment of my
Oh, I
beautiful little scone,
love it.
iced coffee, an episode of Stranger Things, and then, like, in that afternoon, then I just, like, went, and hung out with friends and then just, like, chilled that night, and I was like,
Oh,
"God, what a time," you know?
what
So
a
chill,
time.
so chill, just so, like, and it was, like, the first time I had
Yeah.
watched one of those episodes, and they were all right there. I wasn't just, like, thirsty for, like, I gotta,"
No.
it
It
was
just dropped them all.
yeah, and I was
Those
thinking,
are
"Oh, I'll
the
watch the next one later."
days.
I know, it was so good, it was so good, and, then, like, by season 4, I was with Chris, we watched that season together, I got him all caught up, and then we
Oh.
watched the new one, and also this was, like, peak when Stranger Things stuff was just, like, in the grocery store, like, we
Oh,
had all the
yeah.
Stranger Things pizzas, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll buy them," like,
I didn't even know there were
obviously.
pizzas.
Yes, frozen pizzas, there was, like, just I'm, like, such a sucker for, like, if you put, like, Steve Harrington's face on, like, Sour Patch Kids, I'm suddenly like, "I need Sour Patch Kids right now." So we had, like we
Fair.
got all of that stuff and just had, like, a
Oh.
cute little night. It was our first apartment together, so I remember that, and now season 5, we watched together too, like, quietly while our baby slept upstairs. You can't have the volume
Oh.
up too loud, but, in our, like, what we think will be, like, a home that we'll stay in for a long time. I'm saying
Hmm.
that, on the record here on
For
the podcast.
accountability, yeah.
Yes. So I, like, would tentatively call it our forever home. Like, I can't as much as I could commit to a place, I've committed to, like, this house where we've
I
landed.
love
So,
it.
yeah. So it's just like Stranger Things, just like, I don't know, it's just like we kinda, like, grew up with it, like, in our adulthood.
Yes,
We were just like
very much
little
so.
post-grad babies, and now we're
Yep.
just like real humans for better or worse. It's
No choice,
crazy.
but
It's
it's
crazy.
so true. And speaking of the growing up, I just every time I go back to the first episode, I cannot believe how small those children were.
I know.
I cannot get over it.
It's kind of jarring. Like, we
Yeah.
talked about, like, I really do want this episode to remain, like, pretty positive because I griped a lot in the last one, but, like, it is, like, super jarring to go from, like, season 1 to season 5 and to, like, see the difference. Like, I just
Yeah.
wish this like, there was so much that went on that, like, delayed, the progress of this show, but it went on too long. So, like, it did have this, like, nice, like, oh, it encapsulated this period of our life, but, like, we coulda wrapped this up, like, 5 years ago, and that would've
Yeah,
been
I would have
really
felt the
cool.
same about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It probably would've been a little bit better,
Yeah.
but it
But
was
that's
really
still
great.
wonderful.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Um, so I wanna get into ranking our seasons. So I had to give a little bit of thought to this because there's a little bit of challenge for me. Like, there's a clear number 1 and there's a clear number 5 for
Okay.
me. So the first season
It's
is my
perfect.
favorite.
It's
It
absolutely perfect.
it
Yeah.
is, like, perfect TV for me. It's a
Yeah.
perfect standalone season. It was unexpected, it surprised me, it brought so many genres together. I actually watched, a masterclass. It's like that that masterclass where it's, like, all the celebrities and everything, and they're,
Yeah.
like, teaching
Uh-huh.
you how to do things. I did, like, one of their little, "Oh, like, 50% off, blah, blah, blah," and I was like, "I like to learn, this seems, like, right up my alley." So I bought it, and I watched the Duffer Brothers one and, like, learned more about, like, their process for, like, writing the
Aw.
show and stuff, and I found it really interesting. I can't remember, like, I hate when I do this where I'm like, "I'm gonna bring up a point of the thing I learned," and then I can't remember exactly what they said, but I'm gonna try my best. But they were talking about how they wanted, like, the kids, the teenagers, and the adults to all have these different plot lines, and it was like one was like Indiana Jones, one was like, The Goonies, and one was like Back to the I'm kinda making it up at this point, Back to the
Okay.
Future, like, something
Yeah.
the way they each had, like, all these different 3, like,
Yeah.
iconic, like, action movies, and I was like, "I never thought about it that way, that they had these different, like, generations doing these different things, and all
Oh.
of the stories blended together into this one, like, really epic like, it had kind of, like, a little bit of something for everybody. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, I think we all like, I'm gonna bring up Lord of the Rings again, but we all had that period in our lives where, like, Frodo and Sam would come on and, like, their plot line, and we'd be like, "Alright, time to, like, hit the bathroom because like, this
Yeah.
is boring, like, bring back the battle scenes," you know?
This is true.
Where,
Yeah.
like, this show had that kind of same where it's, like, all these different dynamics that then converged into, like, a final scene, and, oh, it was just so, So good.
It's
Love
perfect. It's
season
a
1.
perfect season of television.
Love season 1.
Yeah.
The middle is, like, hairy for me. Like, okay, so I'll say my least favorite was season 5. It's the worst season in my
Overall,
opinion.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really wanna harp on that
No, we
anymore.
did. Listen to the previous week's
We
episode.
did it to death in the
Yeah.
last episode, gave all my thoughts. The middle 3, I think are all solid, and, they all have things I like and that I didn't like, but this is my ranking. So, my
Okay.
second favorite was season 3, which is actually a hot take. I don't know if you know this, but the
I did
internet,
not
like
until I saw your notes.
yes, they, like, hate it, apparently. They
That's
hate season
crazy.
3.
It's so much fun.
That's what I thought, but people think it's, like, too much and corny and predictable, whatever.
Lame.
I just was like, "This is a great time." Like, I was along for the ride.
Yeah.
Apparently, this was back in the day when I could just strap in and be like, "I don't care, I'm having fun." Season 3 was that moment for me. It does exist,
Love it.
apparently. And then season 4, I also had the same feeling. I went back and forth between 4 and 2. I really did not like the beginning of season 4, when they're in California and Elle is just, like,
Oh,
super
yeah.
struggling and she's getting bullied and she's wearing, like,
It's really
really
hard to watch.
yeah, has, like, a really
Yeah.
bad wig on or, like, really tough
Yeah.
clothing choices, and I don't know,
Yeah.
they just went really over the top with her, like, social challenges, and the bullies were just, like, so mean. I don't know, it just, like,
Yeah.
made me cringe a lot. I thought it was a little heavy-handed and didn't enjoy it, but then the second half of the season, like, the whole, like, prison break with Hopper, I loved. Like, Murray and Joyce in cahoots, like, going to save
Oh my
Hopper,
god.
loved it.
Amazing.
Yes, yes. There was so much that I just really enjoyed about that season, so it's just kinda, like, hot and cold for me. And then 2, I don't know, I put it second to last because it just was like it was, like, okay. Like, I just like, it was okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that much
I
about it, except
know.
that I hate that episode
Yes.
that Kali and all of them are in, and I think I said this last episode, but I hate that episode so much that when I was rewatching the most recent time, I thought that episode was a whole season, and I was
Right.
getting ready to hate a whole season. And it turns out it's not a terrible season, but it is a terrible episode.
Yeah, and then there's, like, the whole thing with her, like, finding her mom, and then, I don't know, just kind of
Yeah.
going on this whole, like, self-discovery journey, and I don't know, it just didn't really
Yeah.
click for me. I didn't really enjoy it that season as much, but I also didn't think it was, like, horrible. It was
Yeah.
fine. So, yeah.
I put 2 and 5 equal, but otherwise the same ranking as you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun
Yeah.
when we agree because, like,
I know.
we don't do that a lot, but, like, kind of do. It's
Yeah.
it's a mixed bag.
I think we got a good mix.
It's a mixed bag. Yeah, so, I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say about that. I think I was gonna say more about season 3 being hated on, but, I guess I just don't understand the
I feel
hate.
like someday we'll do, like, a season by season,
Maybe, yeah.
of
When we're,
Stranger
like, old
Things,
and gray and
yeah.
we're like, "What do we talk about now? Remember
I have
remember back in the day when Stranger Things was cool?"
I have so many gray hairs already, and I also kind of already talk like that, so it's soon to come, guys.
That was
Soon to
just
come.
actual recording of, like,
Yeah.
my voice right now. I just
This is
can't
gonna be
usually
the
do
3rd
my voice
episode of
like
the
that.
year.
So cool, so
Uh,
cool.
you're
It's
just,
so deep.
channeling, Jamie Campbell Bower
Oh,
in
man.
his Vecna voice.
I
Okay,
bet I
now we're
could've.
not talking about season 5. He does that voice in season 4. This is fair game. It's
I
totally
should
fair
have
game.
practiced that. I should have
He's
practiced that.
so
I probably
good.
coulda nailed it
He's so
today. This will be
good.
my only chance.
Okay,
Uh,
so I feel like Stranger Things, when I describe our podcast to people, some people just like don't get it. They're like, what is cozy horror? And they'll be like, so it's like Hocus Pocus? Or they're like, oh, it's all nostalgic. And I'm like, no, you're not getting it. And I just need to start telling people Stranger Things.
yeah,
I think it's a perfect encapsulation of what we're talking about on this
totally.
podcast. It is
Totally.
both cozy and it is horror. And it's
Yes.
perfect and it's nostalgic. It's all
Yes.
of the right things.
And I think that is why I love it so much because it hits all the things for me. All the things that we base this
Yes.
podcast around, all the things that many of the movies hit, 1 or 2 factors of, it hits them all. It hits them all,
Yes.
and it hits them good. So, let's talk about our favorite cozy moments and our favorite horror moments because maybe now this episode is where we can direct people when they're like, what is your what is your
Yes.
podcast about? And be like, well, let's break it down through the lens of Stranger Things. So cozy. We've got the nostalgia, which you mentioned, but it's
Yep.
also like 80s. It's got this like amazingly curated aesthetic. And we've got the small town America that I love that are
Yes.
in other things like Halloween, like this kind of like anywhere USA, but it gives us this
Yep.
really romanticized view of suburbia while also like commenting on the like not so good aspects of
Mhm.
the suburban life. We've got the friend group. Like, if
Oh,
there's one
yes.
thing that me and you can agree on every time is that we love a little ragtag group of outcast
Mhm.
friends every time. Give
And
that
this
to me in
is one of the best.
any version. Yes. Sometimes it's done like
Yes.
we're going, this is so good. All of the
Yes.
characters are unique. They're all incredible. I love them all. Amazing. The music, so good. I like, why were we like, so actually, I do remember this from learning things from the Duffer Brothers. Oh, out and just, like, the internet and stuff, that the music, they wanted to be similar to, like, early John Carpenter films, which I have talked about being obsessed
Oh,
with, like, The Fog, Halloween, like, just very, synthy, like, melodic, but, like, still kinda fun, kinda dark, like, blending that all like, the music in Stranger Things is so good.
it
So
is.
good. Even just the
Yes.
intro sequence, like, I watch it every time. The
It's
letters
so good.
converging with the
I
music.
know.
Oh, it is
And they never changed
so
it.
good. So good. They never
Yes.
needed to. If they had changed it, I
No.
would have rioted.
Agreed. Agreed. It would have ruined everything.
It's
It
so
sets the whole
perfect.
tone.
Yeah, it's so perfect. It's so perfect.
Yes.
Then, like, along with the small town America, there's just, like, this kind of nostalgic memories of childhood and also, like, a childhood that, like, we sort of had, but also, like, a lost
Yeah, it
childhood.
was, like, disappearing as we grew up.
Yeah, yeah, the,
Yeah.
like and there's still it still exists in some places, like, one of the neighborhoods I lived in my 20 moves, there, like, still were, like, kids that bike to like, they were, like, biking to each other's
That is
houses
actually
and
my current neighborhood. It's so
yeah,
adorable, I can't even stand
yeah,
it. It's so
it's
cute.
so sweet, but, like, it also, like, with it spanning, kind of the whole decade of the '80s, like, we had, like, malls coming, like, going to the malls with your friends, picking out videos with your friends, like, it brought up so many of these, like, core childhood memories of things that now are lost, like, things that we did have, like, going to the video
Yeah.
store that were so fun and,
Oh,
like, we
the
thought were fun
best.
back then, but now we're like, "Oh, to be able to do that again, to relive that aspect of childhood." Mm,
Yeah.
you know?
Nothing
So
better.
good. So, so
Mm.
good.
Oh.
Last but not least on my cozy list is the characters.
Oh
We've
god,
got
yeah.
some of the coziest characters to ever walk the screen. Walk the earth screen. Okay, so Hopper, just one of my favorite characters.
Yes.
Kinda like ebbed and flowed throughout the seasons. I think you were like a Hopper stan. You're just like hard and true throughout, right?
He's
I
just
was
going through shit the whole
yeah.
time, that's all.
I love yeah, he kind of is like a little ebb and flow for me, but, like, still loved him throughout. Murray, like, I just love
Mm,
Murray. He's so funny. Uh,
hysterical.
season 4, Murray is like God, I love him so much. Steve Harrington, possibly the most perfect TV character ever written. I stand
Yes.
by that. Dustin's mom, like,
I
let's not sleep on
know.
Dustin's mom. We haven't talked about her, but, like, we don't really know any, like, of his story or her story, but, like, she's, like, a
Nope.
single mom. She's so funny. She's so supportive of him. We're not
Yes.
trying not to talk about season 5, but one thing I loved in season 5 is when Dustin is going off on the stage and she's like, "Yes!" And she's, like,
I
cheering him on.
know. It
The
was
cutest
perfect.
thing. Their relationship is so adorable. I'm obsessed with them. Bob, like, all of these are all, like, minor characters I'm listing here, like, side characters.
Yeah, they're the coziest part.
Incredible. They're so cozy. Did I miss anyone that you wanna call out as being super cozy? They're all pretty cozy.
I added Bob because you forgot Bob somehow, Ashley.
I opened the episode with Bob, Sarah. Bob is
It's
everything to
true.
me.
It's true. Bob
I
is
love Bob.
amazing.
Mr.
Bob
Clark?
is
Mr. Clark
Oh,
would be a good
Mr.
one.
Clark.
I
I love that
love
he got to
him.
be in the know
Yes.
in season 5
Yes.
too. Although, like, he's been cozier in every other like, oh god, he's
Yeah.
perfect. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
one other
good.
cozy aspect here, and this gets, like, a little niche and specific, but The trick-or-treating scene. The
Yes!
Halloween
Okay.
night
That's
scene
in
is
season 2. That is the
yes,
best
yes,
part of
that's
season 2. I was like,
right.
there's something about season 2 that I love, and I can't remember. It is the Halloween night. They have a Halloween s that whole
Yes.
episode is so good. I love that.
That's oh god,
They
except the
dress up
fact
as the
that poor Will
Ghostbusters.
gets traumatized. It's like
I
the
know.
coziest scene in the whole I know,
Oh,
the
that is
Ghostbusters is so good,
so good.
and Max with the Michael Myers mask was so
Yes,
good.
yes, love that episode. Yes, that one is
Ah,
so good. That's the one of my favorite episodes. I love it.
yeah,
Thank you for
yeah,
bringing that up. Oh, why don't you bring us through the horror parts, our
yeah.
favorite horror moments?
I think we both struggled for, like, specific horror moments, so
Yeah.
I am really just talking about, like, an overall horror vibe here, which is
Yes.
that I did think there were moments that were really scary viewing it through the eyes of the kids. I have this
Yeah.
really interesting reaction to watching the earlier seasons now, which is I get really sad for those tiny
Oh,
little children and how scared
yeah.
they must be, especially Will. When they show
Yes.
Will in the upside down, I
Oh,
cannot
I
stand it.
know. I know. Will really goes through it. And then Joyce goes through it. Like, I
Yes.
feel it now as a mom, like watching her struggle and like crying and just like watching her baby suffer or just like not knowing if he's alive and like, oh, the whole thing that the two of them go through.
I
Oof.
know. It's
Oof.
so much.
It is heavy. But yeah, I agree. I agree that I think and this is also something that like comes up kind of when we're talking about like our podcast and like what we like and is that like what you consider horror is so specific to like the person and it is like a lot
Mhm.
broader than a lot of people give it credit for. Like I think many people would watch the show and be like, it's not really horror. But then we also like think about moments where like we're super desensitized. Like there's just like a lot of really gross stuff. Like I remember texting my sister watching season 3 and like we had the same reaction to season 3, right? We were just like, this is so much fun. Like I remember watching and just being like, this is such a fun ride and like texting my sister being like, you have to watch season 3. It's so fun. She starts watching it a few weeks later and texts me and she's like, this is disgusting. And I was like, what? Really? And then I'm like, pause and you think about it and there's like
Yeah, it's
exploding
pretty gross.
rats, just like globs of
Goo
goo.
people.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
heads being bashed in. Like there's some
Yeah.
really gruesome moments. And then I think the peak horror for it, they really came in with season 4. The first time
Yeah.
I saw like the leg snapping, eyes exploding in
Mm.
blood, like when Chrissy is murdered by Vecna, I was like, "Oh, hold
Yeah.
up. Like, we have
Yeah.
fully
It brought it
entered
to a whole
horror
new level.
territory. You cannot say that this is not a horror show." Like, any, like, question of, "Is this a horror show?" was just answered in that one scene. It was so gruesome and brutal.
But also, like, do you remember seeing the demogorgons for the first time? I feel like we're desensitized to the demogorgons by this point, but
Yeah. They were
their faces
scary.
opening with all those teeth, like, that was terrifying the
They were
first time I saw
very scary.
that.
I totally agree, and they had, like, a kind of an air of mystery at the beginning. We didn't really know what they
Yeah.
were. We didn't know what they're capable of.
Just better you don't have to explain everything, everybody. Just
It
my
is
note. It's my
okay, it is
note.
okay, but, no, I totally agree, but also the demogorgons had moments still where they scared me, like, I just because
Yeah.
they would be, like, eating
They're so
people, and I
relentless.
would just think of, like, what a bad way to go, like,
Oh
every now and
god.
again, like, I try not to think about it too much in horror because it really, like, makes it too real, and you're like, "That's not why we're here." But, like, you think about, like, ways I wouldn't wanna go, like, I always sit peacefully in my sleep when I'm at a nice old age and I've
Yeah.
I've lived my life. Ways I would not wanna go, getting mauled by a demogorgon, like,
R.I.P. Bob.
brutal. Bob's
It
death
really
still
is.
so
Yeah.
brutal to me. I
So
hate
many
it.
teeth.
Ugh. Ugh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Stranger Things is absolutely the pinnacle of cozy horror, what our podcast is all about. It's a little
Yes.
sad that it's over. Like, I definitely was sad, not necessarily because the ending made me sad, which it probably should have, but like, whatever. Again, go and listen to the previous episode. Like, is Ashley okay? We don't know. We don't know. But it made me sad because it was like the end of an era. I think a lot of people are feeling
Yes.
that the like even though they'll have spin-offs and we'll be able to rewatch it, and we will rewatch it. Like, we all know we're gonna rewatch this show like,
Yeah,
several more
totally.
times in our lifetime, and I'm excited for, like, when Jed is old enough and, like, I can watch it for the first time with him and experience that. That'll
Yes.
make it so fun again. I just get really excited about that, thinking about
It's
that
gonna be,
now.
like, nostalgic squared.
Yes. Oh, I hope he loves it. What if he doesn't like it? Now I'm stressed out. It's,
Mhm.
like, 10 years in the future, and I'm like, "Oh god."
Uh-oh.
We
It's gonna
won't
be
last
great.
10
It's
years.
gonna be
There's no
great.
way. Anyway, it still is just, like, very sad because you're like,
Yep.
that that is just it's over, you know? It's like it's the end, and it was so fun while it lasted, and it
Mhm.
lasted a whole decade for better or worse before it
It sure
finally wrapped
did.
up, and now it's just over, and, man,
So
it was
the
so good.
one solace that I will take is that the few times I have rewatched it, I have had just as much fun
Yeah.
rewatching it.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, looking forward to the next episode
Yeah,
each
it's
time.
such a good comfort watch. It really
Yes.
is. It really is,
Mhm.
and I've watched it now, I don't know, at least 3 times through. I mean, the
Yeah.
earlier seasons, and yeah, still, like you said, just as enjoyable, and it'll always be there.
It'll
It's just
always be
so
there.
sad. It's so sad because I have this, you just, like, have that feeling where you're like, I don't think that, like, a show will top that for me, like, in our
Mm,
lifetime. It might. It might.
mm.
It might
That
not.
is pretty
That could have been
perfect.
it. I know. For, like,
Stranger
what we want in a show, you know? That was
Stranger
it.
Things is cozy horror.
Ugh, it is haunted. It's a haunted homebodies
Mm.
peak moment. So now we can end the podcast. Bye, everybody.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
over.
bye. It's a
It's
really short
over.
season 2. Thanks for being
Oh.
here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ashley, what actually are we talking about next week?
Oh my gosh, we are just, like, segueing it up tonight. What are we so next week, we're, really getting into another topic that I'm very passionate about, the Scream franchise. So, we're gonna be talking about Scream 2. You might be like, Why aren't you talking about Scream?" Because we already did, like, way back. I think it was episode 2, right? It was the second
Yes, it
episode we ever
was.
did.
Yeah.
Um, I was living in a different state than where I am now. Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh gosh, that feels like a totally different lifetime, but it wasn't that long ago. And so you should listen to Scream, our first episode. It was probably a little different. I don't even remember what were we doing back then. Was it fun? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably. I think we were a little more recappy back then, or I just was like, I
Yeah.
have to tell
Yeah.
Sarah every plot point of this movie, even though she just watched it. I have to talk about everything. We probably won't have as much to say about Scream 2. Let's be real. But I'm still excited to talk about. We're going to talk about every single one of the Scream movies, ending with Scream 7, which is coming out at the end of next month. God help us all. Someone
so
help us.
excited.
God, Lord, whoever you worship. If you don't worship anyone just help
All
us.
right, save it for next week, Ashley. Save it for next week.
Stay harbinged, everyone. See ya.
Bye. Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.